With this combination workout, we're going to focus on your hinging. We're going to be doing your wide founder, your woodpecker, standing decompression, lunge decompression with a focus on the hinge. Let's get started. Setting up for our wide founder. Feet are going to be wider than the shoulders. Parallel the outside edges. 3 points of contact on the feet. Base of the big toe, pinky toe and heel. Let's take our measuring sticks. Elbows are going to be wide, active. If strings are on the ends, they're being pulled to the side walls. Chin back, chest up. We're lengthening through the back of the neck. We're going to hold in this position. We're going to check in. Make sure your position looks right. Outside edges of the feet are parallel. 3 points of contact. Base of the big toe, pinky toe and heel. Elbows are wide to the sides. Pinkies are on the head of the pelvis. Thumb is on the low rib. Eyes are on the horizon line. You're lengthening through the back of the neck. We're going to grab the ground with the feet and pull towards center as we hinge the hips back an inch. Arms go into a long wing position. We're going to hinge the hips back as we scoop to a sphere of tension, height of the heart. Hips are reaching for the wall behind you. You're squeezing the fingertips. We're making sure not to let the knees travel too far forward. We're maintaining a subtle knee bend. This is a hip-driven movement. Your hips are reaching behind your heels. You're squeezing the fingertips as you float the hands up off the line of the forehead. You're grabbing the ground with the feet, pulling towards center, squeezing the fingertips. You're not letting the shoulders ride up to the ears. You're breathing and creating space across the back body as you squeeze the fingertips, lengthening through the back of the neck. 2 more breaths here. Hips reaching back, hands reaching forward. Hands come back down to height of the heart. Squeeze the fingertips, grab the ground with the feet, pulling towards center, bring the arms to long wing. Let's take our measuring sticks. Pinkies at the head of the pelvis, thumb is at the low rib, elbows are wide and active. Grab the ground with the feet, pull the hips up. We're going to go into our woodpecker. Left foot forward, right foot back. Walking stride distance, hip width apart. We're going to parallel the outside edges of the feet, making sure our hips are square. 3 points of contact on the front foot, 2 points of contact on the back. Let's take our measuring sticks. Elbows are active and wide to the sides. Eyes are on the horizon line, chin back, chest up. We're lengthening through the back of the neck. We're expanding and elevating, breathing across the back of our body, engaging the abdominal as we exhale. The weight right now is 50-50. We're going to hinge the hips back an inch. The hands come to a long wing position. We're going to scoop to a sphere of tension, height of the heart. Your weight should now be 80% on the front foot. We're not letting that front knee travel forward. We're making sure we're hinging the hips back. The front knee should still be in line with the front ankle. Squeezing the fingertips, let's float them up off the line of the forehead. 5 breaths here. Squeezing the fingertips, reaching the hips back, not letting the shoulders travel up to the ears. The back of the neck is long. We're grabbing the ground with the front foot, pushing through those 3 points as we float the hands back down to height of the heart. Breathe and expand across the back of the body as we go to a long wing position. Let's take our measuring sticks. Last time, breathe space between the shoulder blades. Push off the front foot, bring the chest up. Switch sides, right foot forward, left foot back. A walking stride distance. 3 points of contact on the front foot, 2 points of contact on the back. We're pushing through the base of the big toe, pinky toe and heel. Your weight's 50-50 as we take our measuring sticks. Elbows are active and wide to the sides. Eyes are on the horizon line. We're lengthening through the back of the neck. Chin back, chest up. This is an active position. We're expanding and elevating the ribs as we inhale. As we exhale, we're engaging, drawing that abdominal in away from the pant lining. We're going to hinge the hips back an inch. We're going to let the arms go into a long wing position. Scooping to a sphere of tension, height of the heart. 80% of your weight's on the front foot now. We're reaching those fingertips for the wall in front of us as we reach the hips back behind us. Squeezing the fingertips, we're going to float the hands up off the line of the forehead. Checking in, the shoulders aren't tracking up to the ears. The back of the neck is long. We're lengthening through the neck. Breathing, expanding, creating space across the back of the body. Engaging the abdominal as we exhale. We've got our 3 points of contact on the front foot, maintaining. We're pushing through that base of the big toe, pinky toe and heel. As we reach the hands out another inch, Let's float them back down to height of the heart, to long wing position. Take our measuring sticks. Push off the front foot, hinge the hips up. Let's transition to our standing decompression. Big toes touch, heels separate. 3 points of contact on the feet, base of the big toe, pinky toe, and heel. We're going to unlock the knees and bring the inside thighs together. We're going to squeeze the inner thighs as we take our measuring sticks. Active elbows wide to the sides. Eyes are on the horizon line, chin back, chest up. We're lengthening through the back of the neck. We're going to hinge the hips back an inch. We're expanding, breathing, reaching the back ribs for the walls behind us, engaging the abdominal. Arms go to long wing. Breathe space between the shoulder blades as we scoop to a sphere of tension, height of the heart. Squeeze the fingertips, squeeze the inner thighs. Grab the ground with the feet as you float the hands up off the line of the forehead. 5 breaths here, focusing on lengthening the back side of your body. Grabbing the ground with the feet, squeezing the inner thighs, squeezing the fingertips, lengthening through the back of the neck, breathing and reaching these back ribs for the wall behind us. Every exhalation, we're engaging the abdominal, pulling away from the pant lining. We're working to maintain the height we're creating on every inhalation. Hands come back down to height of the heart. 2 breaths here. Reach the back of the ribs away from the fingertips. Engage the abdominal as you exhale. Hands come to a long wing position. Back into our measuring sticks. Expand and elevate. Engage the abdominal. Bring the hips up. Stand tall. Left foot forward, right foot back. Setting up for our lunge decompression. Walking stride distance. Hip width apart. 3 points of contact on the front foot, 2 points of contact on the back. The weight's 50-50 and the knees are unlocked. Measuring sticks, your elbows are wide to the sides. We're going to apply our anchor. We're going to scissor the legs towards each other. Front heel pulls back, back toes pull forward. Elbows are actively pulling out to the side walls. The eyes are on the horizon. The back of the neck is long. As we focus on expanding and elevating the ribs up and away from that scissoring of the legs. Arms come into a long wing position. Breathe space between the shoulder blades as we scoop to a sphere of tension, height of the heart. Scissor the legs, squeeze the fingertips. Float the hands up off the line of the forehead. 5 breaths here. Expand and elevate. Engage the abdominal. Grabbing the ground with the front foot, there's 3 points of contact. Subtly pulling back from the heel as the back toes pull forward. Squeezing the fingertips so I can't separate your hands. Lengthening through the back of the neck as the hands come back down to height of the heart. Back into a long wing position. Into measuring sticks. Step forward, switch sides. Right foot forward, left foot back. Walking stride distance. 3 points of contact on the front foot, 2 points of contact on the back. Weight's 50-50. We're scissoring the legs towards each other. Apply the anchor. Front heel pulls back, back toes pull forward. Active elbows with your measuring sticks wide to the sides. Pinky's on the head of the pelvis, thumb is on the low rib. Chin back, chest up. We're lengthening through the back of the neck with the eyes on the horizon line. Focusing on expanding and elevating with every inhalation. Reaching your back ribs for the wall behind you. Arms come to long wing position. Scoop to a sphere of tension, height of the heart. Squeeze the fingertips. Scissor the legs towards each other like you're locking into your mat. Grabbing with the front foot as you float the hands off the line of the forehead. Scissor the legs towards each other. Focus on expanding and elevating. Reaching those back ribs for the wall behind you. Engaging the abdominal, really creating length and space with every breath. Hands come back down to height of the heart. Squeeze the fingertips. Breathe those ribs one more time away from the fingertips. Hands come to long wing position. Let's take our measuring sticks for one last expansive decompression. Scissor the legs. Reach those elbows wide. Eyes up. Neck long. Let's walk out of it, shake it off. Going back into our wide founder. Feet, shoulder width to slightly wider. Parallel the outside edges, a subtle degree of internal rotation. 3 points of contact, base of the big toe, pinky toe and heel. Let's take our measuring sticks. Elbows wide to the sides, active elbows, chin back, chest up, lengthening through the back of the neck with your eyes on the horizon line. Grabbing the ground with the feet, subtly pulling towards center as we maintain those 3 points of contact. Let's hinge the hips back an inch. Take an expansive decompression breath. Reach those back ribs to the wall and ceiling behind you. Arms go to a long wing position. As the hips reach back, the hands reach forward into that sphere of tension, height of the heart. Let's check in. The hips are reaching behind us. The knees are subtly bent. We're grabbing the ground with our 3 points of contact, pulling towards center. We're squeezing the fingertips so we can't separate the hands. This is a very active position. Float the hands up off the line of the forehead. Reach the hips back another inch for the wall behind you. Lengthening through the back of the neck, not letting the shoulders travel up next to the ears. Shoulders are down, ribs are expanding and reaching and elevating. Hands come back down to height of the heart. Back to a long wing position. Measuring sticks. Grab the ground with the feet, pull the hips back up. Let's go left foot forward, right foot back for your woodpecker. Walking stride distance, hip width apart. 3 points of contact on the front foot, 2 points of contact on the back. The outside edges of the feet are parallel. The weight's 50-50. This is where our change is from lunge decompression. We are not scissoring the legs towards each other. We're going to take our measuring sticks. Elbows are wide to the sides. Active elbows, chin back, chest up. Let's lengthen through the back of the neck as we expand and elevate the ribs. Hinge the hips back an inch. Arms go to long wing position. Active, scoop to that sphere of tension, height of the heart. Loading 80% of your weight onto the front foot, 20% on the back. Not letting that front knee travel too far forward because the hip is reaching back. Fingertips are reaching for the wall in front of us. The back of the neck is long, the eyes are on the horizon. We're squeezing the fingertips. We're grabbing the ground with that front foot. Reaching the hips back, float the hands up off the line of the forehead. Chin back, chest up, lengthen through the neck. 2 more breaths here. Reach and expand across the back of the body. Big, expansive breaths. Pull that stomach slow and controlled away from the pant lining as you exhale and maintain every ounce of height you're creating. Hands come back down to the heart. Back to long wing. Measuring sticks. Push off the front foot, hinge the hips forward, switch sides. Right foot forward, left foot back. Walking stride distance apart, hip width apart. 3 points of contact on the front foot, 2 points of contact on the back. Your weight's 50-50 and the outside edges of the feet are parallel. We're going to take our measuring sticks. Elbows are active and wide to the sides. Chin back, chest up. We're lengthening through the back of the neck. Active elbows pulling to their side walls. We're going to hinge the hips back an inch. Arms come to long wing position. Reach the hips back as the hands reach forward. We're not letting that front knee travel forward. The hips are hinging back. Float the hands up off the line of the forehead for 5 breaths here. Reach these back ribs for the wall behind you. Grab the ground with the front foot. Active, squeeze the fingertips. Eyes are on the horizon. Expand and elevate the back of the ribs. Pull the stomach on the exhale. Reach the hips back another inch. Reach the hands for the wall in front of you. Hands come back down to height of the heart. Back to a long wing position. Take your measuring sticks, check in, expand, create space across the back body, push off the front foot, bring the hips up. Last founder, wide leg. Shoulder to wider than shoulder width apart. Parallel the outside edges. 3 points of contact, base of the big toe, pinky toe and heel, grab into the ground. Take your measuring sticks. Pinky at the head of the pelvis, thumb at the low rib. Elbows are active and wide to the sides. Chin back, chest up. We're lengthening through the back of the neck. Take an expansive decompression breath. Hinge the hips back an inch as we unlock the knees. Bring the arms to a long wing position. Scoop, sphere of tension, height of the heart as you reach the hips back for the wall behind you. You're reaching your hips behind your heels. Float the hands up off the line of the forehead. Check in. The shoulders aren't creeping up to the ears. We're reaching and expanding the ribs across the back of the body. Breathing strong, engaging the abdominal with every exhale as you play tug of war, hips pulling behind your heels, hands reaching up off the line of your forehead, working, grabbing the ground with the feet, pull towards center. Hands come back down to height of the heart. Back to your long wing position, measuring sticks. 5 seconds to come up. Slow and controlled. 5. We're bringing the hips up for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, guys. That was your hinging focused workout. Wide founder, woodpecker. Standing decompression, lunge decompression. I hope you enjoyed it.